Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for healing. Thank you for taking care of yourself, taking care of your mind, body, and soul. Thank you for nurturing yourself. Thank you for giving yourself compassion. Thank you for showing up just so authentically, so beautifully, vulnerable, transparent, lovingly, empathetic, compassionate. Thank you. Thank you for being the change that you want to see. Thank you for healing yourself in order for us to feel the difference within the collective so we all can become our best version. Thank you for being an inspiration. Thank you for being a guiding light. Thank you for being a leader. Thank you for standing up for those who don't have a voice, for those who feel powerless and helpless. Thank you for donating your time, your energy, your material goods. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. I'm so grateful that you are here. This is healing for you, is healing for me as well. My name is Nicole. It's an honor, a true pleasure to be here with you, to serve you, to help you on your journey. Honestly, I have so much love and admiration for you and who you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So today's pick a card. This pick a card is Ancestral Brag. How do your ancestors brag about you in the spiritual realm? Okay, what are they saying about you? What are they thinking about you? How do they brag about you? How do they talk about you in the spiritual realm? What are they saying? If you're new to this channel, I channel not only from on the earth side, I channel from the spiritual realm as well. So I like to tap in because, as above, so below. They talk in the spiritual realm. They spill the tea in the spiritual realm. They see what's going on. They see what we're doing. They know what's up. So let's tap into the ancestral brag. How are your ancestors bragging about you in the spiritual realm? Okay. I'm going to pull everything on camera today. So let's go Pile 1. How do Pile 1's ancestors brag about Pile 1 in the spiritual realm? Pile 1. All right. Goblins. Pile 2. How does Pile 2's ancestors brag about Pile 2 in the spiritual realm? Storm Fields. Pile 3. How does Pile 3's ancestors brag about Pile 3 in the spiritual realm? Okay, there's too many cards. Let's just get one. Pile 3, please. Alright, we're going to just take this one, even though multiple came out, but we're going to take that one. Okay, Dragon's Lair. Okay, so Pile 1, Goblins. Pile 2, Storm Fields. Pile 3, Dragon's Lair. Okay, if you need to pause the video at this time, please do so at this time. If you feel called to choose more than one pile, that is okay as well. Trust yourself, trust your inner guidance. There are no rules here. Timestamps will be linked below. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that information is linked below as well. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for being yourself. Thank you for showing up authentically. Thank you for loving and healing yourself. And thank you for being present. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this. You chose Goblins. And the number 5 is here. So the number 5 is sticking out, okay? So you could be a life path 5. You could be born in May, or you could be born on the 5th of the month, whichever month you're born in. You could also be a Taurus or a Gemini. But ancestral brag, okay? Let's talk about it. How do your ancestors brag about you? I don't know. I just heard that line. What's that line? What's a goon to a goblin? So there's something here with that. Okay. So it's like your ancestors brag about how powerful you are, or how gifted you are, how like there's something here about the way you assert yourself and like assert your power, assert your dominance, or like your ancestors brag about how like unique you are and how like people underestimate you. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so it's like for some of you, your ancestors brag about like people constantly underestimate you, and you always find a way to bring it full circle, like bring it back to show people how powerful you are, how gifted you are, how talented you are. Um, how you should never be underestimated. Like your ancestors brag about that. They brag about like your ancestors literally laugh. Like your ancestors are funny. They literally laugh. They laugh at like when you deal with something, like let's just say like you're going for a job interview or like there's just something you're working on. And the moment someone underestimates you, your ancestors literally laugh like they have no idea. Like some of you could be an athlete, some of you could like within your career, it's like many of you have been underestimated, undervalued, underestimated. People just would count you out. People would just always feel like even if people saw how gifted you are or how powerful you are or talented, people would still underestimate you to a certain degree. Like they still wouldn't give you the credit that you would deserve. So your ancestors really brag about how it's like people continue to underestimate Pile One, and Pile One continues to show them how gifted and talented and powerful they really are. And many of you do this in such a flawless way, an effortless way. You move in silence, or you just kind of like let your work speak for itself, or you just kind of like, yeah, like you're just going to show up and just do it. And like you move in that way. They also brag about like, for some of you, you are really coming out of darkness, or you're coming out of a dark night of the soul, or you're choosing the light, you're choosing to live righteously, you're choosing to live in a better, like in a higher frequency, you're choosing to live a better lifestyle, you're choosing a healthier mindset or a healthier lifestyle. So they're bragging about that. They're bragging how you're coming out of the darkness. They're bragging about how you're choosing the right way to go. You're choosing to be righteous, to be trustworthy, to be authentic, to have that integrity, like things like that. They're bragging about that. This is really powerful. Let's find out some more. How does Pile One's ancestors brag about them? Pile One, please. And your ancestors are really funny because they feel like many of you, I feel like have a really like healthy but unique or different sense of humor. And I feel like that comes from your ancestors, like your lineage. Like I'm telling you, they just laugh. Like they literally cut up when they see someone underestimate you and underestimate your value, your talent. They're like, oh my gosh, like again. they're literally laughing like, how much more does our Power One have to do to show these people? Like these people cannot clearly see, like they don't get it. Power One, how does Power One's ancestors brag about Power One? All right, let's take that. Okay, so we have King of Cups, 10 of Sacred Circles, that's 10 of Pentacles, Princess of Staves, so that's Princess of Wands, the Emperor, Death, the Sun. Okay, powerful energy here, not surprised. Okay, very powerful. Many of you are very powerful, beautiful souls here. Okay, so let's talk about the signs. We have Aries, we have Taurus, we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we have Leo, and we also have Taurus. Oh, I said that already. Virgo and Capricorn and Sagittarius. Okay, so how do your ancestors brag about you? First of all, with these cards coming out, It's really powerful energy here. Your ancestors love to talk about you, okay? Many of you are a chosen one, or you are really a star in your family. And this is no shade to other people in your family, but I have to be real here, okay? I have to be honest. This, as far as my mission here, I can't sit up here and deny what I'm hearing or lie about what I'm hearing or act like I don't hear it. You are a star in your family, or you're just a prominent energy, a dominant energy in your family, or your friend groups. For some of you, you are a chosen one. You are a change maker, a taste maker, a innovator, all of those, okay? You're just doing it. They love to talk about you. You are like the shining star, okay? They look at you as the one to change things, the one to break ground, the one to change the story, the one to change the narrative, the one to do things differently, the one to step into your full potential, the one to allow yourself to receive the spiritual gifts, the knowledge, the wisdom, the ancestral wisdom and the knowledge, the one to bring wealth to the family, the one to heal the generational trauma, heal generational curses, heal the complacency, heal the lack mindset, heal the scarcity wounds. You're the one, like you stand firm in your power. You know yourself, you know your power. They brag about how powerful you are and how, like, many of you, again, your lineage is extremely powerful as well. And so because you are in tune and you are tapped into that, they provide you more support with your power, with your goals, with your intentions. They fire you up. And it's like they brag about how you listen, how you follow what they're saying, how you are connecting with them, how some of you spoil your ancestors, like you burn money all the time, ancestral money, you give them meals, you talk to them, you spend time with them. They talk about how for some of you, you're a renegade, you're a rebel. Like even you may rebel against them sometime. Like sometimes they may tell you they want you to do something, but you go in a different direction and you end up showing them. Like I'm getting for some of your ancestors have underestimated you, have felt like not like underestimating your power, but they underestimated a decision that you made. They weren't exactly in agreement with that decision and you did it anyway. And they were like, okay, like, oh, Power One, they got it. Like you showed them like some of it you got it on your own, that some of it you just know, or like you could follow your own path. They love that you're a rebel. They love that you're breaking the mold. They love that you're bringing wealth to the family. For some of you, there's been generations of lack, okay? This is not the reading for that right now, but there's been generations. If you want to know more about that, there may be a family healing video that you could check out on my channel, or Secret and Lies in the Generations and Family. But for this reading, we're focusing on what they're bragging about. So they're bragging about the fact of like maybe there's been 4 or 5 generations of like poverty and scarcity, and you're bringing in the wealth. You're bringing the wealth back to the kingdom, I'm hearing, okay? Some of you have a royal lineage here, royal ancestors, and you know that. Like, you know that they're royalty. You know you are royalty. Again, this is big energy here coming out, so you are very much aware of that. They're proud of you. They're proud of you for taking your seat at your throne. Many of you, you've taken the seat at your throne at this point. We have King of Cups and the Emperor. You are seated in your position on your throne in the kingdom. You know yourself. You have that crown on your head. You're in your royalty energy. This is what they're bragging about. And they're bragging about the fact of like, not only, it's like they've always known you to be royalty, but it's kind of like they're bragging now because you know it. You know your royalty. You know who your lineage is. You know what your lineage is about. You know how you are supported. They're also bragging about like the fact that you're getting to know yourself and getting to know your ancestors deeper. And like you're really stepping into that ancestral knowledge, ancestral wisdom, ancestral power. Many of you, your ancestors shapeshift into animals. You may feel very connected to the animal kingdom here. Like they may shapeshift into a dog, a lion, an owl, a bull, a dolphin for some of you. They shapeshift into different energies to support you and to guide you. And many of you know that, okay? Your ancestors, like with this sun coming out, they love to talk about you. Like for some of you, it's a situation, and you may have like a connection to ancient Egypt here for some of you. Some of you is like, they can't stop talking about you. Like they can't stop bragging about how gifted you are. And I'm also hearing like people haven't seen nothing yet. Like they think that they have seen it, but they really haven't about Pal 1. Let's find out, what do your ancestors love about you, and how do they use this to brag about you, okay? Pal 1, what do they love about Pal 1? What do the ancestors love about Pal 1? Okay, let's get these, okay? I am inspired by you because you have a way with words. Okay. I'm attracted to you because your smile is contagious. I'm attracted to you because you are not afraid to tell it like it is. I'm attracted to you because you know how to bring people together. I am inspired by you because you are willing to explore new paths. I'm attracted to you because you respect nature and all living things. I admire you because you have a lot of patience. Okay, I'm going to get one more. I'm just going to take this one off the top. Oh, wow, one fell. Okay, this is funny. I'm attracted to you because I think you are really hot. Okay, let's talk about it. So your ancestors brag about how beautiful and attractive you are. How, like, it's like this has already been in you, Pal 1, but for some of you, it's like it's showing up differently now. Like you've always been beautiful. You know, you've always been good looking. But some of you are healing or taking care of yourself better or just showing up differently. They're bragging about your glow up. They're bragging about, like, for some of you, it's like they're bragging about, again, how good you look, how well you dress, how well you present, how you take care of your hair, your body. They're bragging about, again, how good you look. I'm going to be honest. For some of you, if you are single, your ancestors literally brag about, like, who's going to, like, be with you. Like, for some of you, you may be sought after. Like, if you are single. If you're in a relationship, this won't apply. But if you're in a relationship, like, okay, if you are not married, let me say that. If you are not married, for some of you who are not married here, it's a thing, like, your ancestors are, like, basically skimming through candidates, like, who they're going to, like, align you with for, like, if you want to be in a partnership or you want to be married, you know, or, like, they're, like, looking at different options for you. And, like, this is getting deep. Okay, for some of you, your ancestors, like, say, for example, if you're feminine watching this, okay, and it really doesn't matter. You could be a masculine too. It really doesn't matter. But I just got the feminine. But let me just give this example. If you're a feminine watching this, your ancestors are protecting you. And they're, like, protecting, like, you and your wealth and all of that. And your abundance. And they're, like, basically people who are interested in you, if they're serious about you, they have to go through your ancestors. And, like, they're, like, that person's lineage needs to connect with your lineage, okay? And it's like, it has to be approved, because for some of you, again, with this royalty energy, your ancestors are not going to, like, go for you marrying anybody or being with anybody. Like, they have to be on a certain level for them to even be with you. And so For some of you who are sought after, again, doesn't matter, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Your ancestors are like, our power one is surprise. Look at our power one. Look at what they're doing. Look at how they present. Look at this. Look at that. Like, don't come in here if you're not on that level. And like, they're like point blank period. Like, they're not even entertaining it. Like, it's that serious for them. So it's like, you may have people like, that hit you up on social media that are interested in you, but it's like your ancestors are like, like, power one is surprise. Power one is this and that. Look at all these things that power one is doing, and look how power one looks. Like, your ancestors really brag about like how good you look and how well you dress and how well you present and how you take care of yourself. They love how you respect nature, you respect living things. They love how you have a respect for the earth. You have admiration and love and gratitude for the earth. They love how you are willing to explore new paths. Like I said, for some of you, I do feel a rebel energy here, or just like this energy of groundbreaking energy. Like, you have a groundbreaking presence. So they love how you are willing to go on new adventures, to learn new things, to travel to different places. You're open to new experiences. They love your smile. They brag about your smile. They say your smile is contagious, as we see here on this card. They love, for some of you, you are smiling more. You're more lighthearted now. You're laughing more. Again, because some of you have been healing and coming out of that darkness. So they love to see you smile. They love to hear you laugh. They love, they feel like it brightens not only you, but it brightens up the whole room. They love how you bring people together. You're uniting people. You're collaborating with people. You're connecting with people. You're networking with people. Like, they brag about the type of people that you talk to, or the type of people that you network with, or you connect with, or you unite, or the type of people that you work with. Like, they love that. They love that you have that energy within you. Many of you, it's like your ancestors are basically like, you are breaking the mold. Like, you are breaking down so many chains from the past generations, and you have you don't even realize it. You don't even realize what you are out here doing. And they can't get enough of you. Okay. They love how you speak. They love how you communicate. They love how you express yourself, whether you do it verbally, in a written form. However you express yourself, they love your sense of expression. And they also love how you talk to them, or you connect with them and you listen to them, okay? Like, they brag about when you come and visit them, or you come, to connect with them and talk to them, and you spend time with them. They brag about when you spoil them, when you give them something. They also brag about, like, you're not afraid to be honest. You're not afraid to tell it like it is. You're not afraid to speak the truth. They love how you have patience. They love how you wait for things. You take your time. You're gentle. Sometimes it's difficult to be patient, but you still do it. You still focus on the journey, focus on what's ahead. And they absolutely love that. Now let's find out, what prayers are they, or what are they blessing you with right now, or what prayers are they answering for you right now? Let's find out for pile one. What prayers are they answering for pile one? Okay. Ancestral brag. What prayers are they answering for pile one right now? Pile one. All right. Change and transition, Archangel Azrael. Speak your truth, Archangel Gabriel. Shine your light, Archangel Uriel. Count your blessings. Focus your mind. So right now, your ancestors and these archangels coming through in your spirit team, they're helping you to focus your mind. They're helping you to focus your mind on priorities, to be intentional, to have a clear mind, a clear mindset, and to, reduce some of the clutter in the mental body. Some of you may have been healing like around anxiety or fear-based energy, fear-based thoughts, obsessive thinking, thought patterns, things like that, negative thought patterns, self-sabotaging thought patterns. They're helping you to heal that, and they're helping to clear that, and they're helping to remove that debris or remove that stuff in your mind that no longer serves you. They're helping you with change and transition. They're changing things in your physical reality. They're transitioning you to a new level. They're helping you to have a, more increase, a promotion, more achievements, more success, better physical reality, better changes in the physical realm, the material world. They are leading that and assisting you through that and reaffirming to you that you are safe as these changes are occurring. They're helping you to speak your truth. Speak your truth with integrity. They're helping you to be more dignified, more graceful, have more integrity, show more authenticity, show more vulnerability, and doing it in a very authentic way where it's like it's natural, it's organic. You're not forcing that level of authenticity. It's just flowing out of you very naturally. They're also helping you to shine your light, to be more confident, to be more divinely confident, to show up in a divine way and to show your light and spread your light and shine very gloriously in your own energy, not dependent on anyone else, just shining very bright in your own frequency and energy. And finally, they're blessings. Count your blessings. This is some unexpected things that they're doing for you. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. So they want you to continue to focus on what you've been blessed with and the blessings that you have been blessed with. But this is also saying there's some unexpected blessings that they're giving to you in divine timing. And the more you do these things, speak your truth, know that you are safe through change or transition, shine your light and focus your mind, these blessings are coming in for you. And they're coming in a lot faster than you may have realized. But I'm getting blessings in the material world, okay? Something very materially changing for you in your physical reality. Final messages for pile one. Final messages for pile one. Okay. All right. Dry desert. Strength, wide open, commitment. Okay, so final messages here. Many of you have been in this place of like a dry desert or winter. Winter meaning like things are dead, things are just not growing, things are just at a pause. You've been in that energy. You're moving out of that now. You're healing. You're removing those things that no longer serve you, whether it's codependency, addictions, thought patterns, fear-based energy, anxiety, stress. You're removing those things to be wide open, to be receptive. You're opening yourself for new possibilities, new beginnings, expansion, abundance, miracles. You are now open to change and transition, however that shows up. And the fact that you're receptive now, the fact that your mind is more open, your soul, your consciousness is more aware and open, now these things can come in, now these things can be received. And it's going to be received in divine timing, but for some of you, very miraculous way, in that you are very supported right now. Not only are you strong and very powerful and capable, but you're extremely supported, loved, provided for, cared for, valued, and appreciated. You have a lot of support from the spiritual realm, the angelic realm, from the universe. You have a lot of love and support here. So call in on that support. But the support is grounding a new level of stability. You are grounding a new level of stability through your strength, through your courage, through your bravery. 4-4, you may be saying 4-4, 4-4-4. That talks about stability, harmony, balance, peace. Okay, you're stabilizing a new energy here, and it's of balance, peace, stability, harmony. And finally, commitment. For some of you, this is something coming in here, okay? Because you're balancing this energy out. You're aligning to a commitment. This could be a commitment romantically. This could be a commitment with a new career opportunity, a new job. This could be a commitment with a new home. You could be moving into a new home. It's going to be different for everyone. It could be a new car, but there's some type of offer, commitment that's coming in for you that your ancestors are helping to provide for you. They're assisting with this grounding in the physical reality, and this is definitely going to change your life and bring you into more stability, harmony, peace, and balance, and help you to feel very empowered, encouraged to continue to move forward, and things are going to continue to align for your highest good and the highest good for all. If no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for loving yourself. I'm proud of you. You're doing an amazing job. Please be proud of yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Cherish yourself. Take care of yourself. Continue to have gratitude for yourself, for your journey, for your ancestors and your spiritual team and the universe and the divine. Thank you so much. I love you. I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. You know what? So I just started feeling like I'm getting the hiccups. So for me, that's like a clearing. And then with the storm fields, something could be getting cleared and removed out of your life right now, Pal 2. So I just want to say this is happening for you and not to you. This is happening for you, not to you. This is just like a side note. Like something could be getting cleared, something could be getting removed, and it could be like something that you don't want to let go of, or like you feel afraid to let go of, or you feel fearful around that. So it's happening for you, not to you. But thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for healing yourself. Thank you for choosing to become your best version, making that choice to be more intentional, become enlightened, love yourself on a deeper level, and get to know yourself better and become more self-aware. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Nicole. I'm grateful to be here to help you on your journey. So you chose Storm Fields number 9 here. So you could be a Life Path 9. I'm getting Life Path 9, Life Path 2, Life Path 7. You could be born in September, or you could be a Virgo, or you could be a Libra, or you could be born on the 9th of the month that you're born in, okay? But 9 could be significant here. And for some of you, this could be you getting closer to some type of finish line. You getting closer to some type of ending. You're coming close to completion of a cycle, completing something prominent in your life or something that you've been dealing with for a while. It's coming close to the end and you're just inching closer to this. But let's get back on topic. This is about ancestral brag, okay? What are your ancestors bragging about when it comes to you, pile 2? So your ancestors are bragging how you continue to persevere through storms. They're bragging about how you weather the storm, how you are maturing, how you are growing, you are becoming stronger, you're becoming wiser, you're becoming more knowledgeable. Some of you, the storm or the things that you've been going through, the obstacles have been very impactful on yourself, on your overall mental health, physical health. It could be as well, but just it's been very impactful to you in your journey. You've had to go through a lot of different situations. You've had to learn a lot. It's been a lot of growing and restructuring and reorganizing in your life. And so your ancestors are bragging about that. They're bragging about how you're handling situations, how you're showing up in different situations, how you're choosing to be better, do better. You're reducing the stress in your life, you're reducing anxiety in your life, or you are dealing with your addictions or codependencies. They're bragging about your current behavior right now during this storm or this challenging time or the challenging times that you've been in. Okay, maybe you're not in the storm right now. Maybe you've come out of the storm, but they're bragging about how you handled and how you weathered that storm. Let's find out some more. Let's get some more. Okay, pile 2. How does pile 2's ancestors brag about pile 2? Ancestral brag for pile 2. Ancestral brag for pile 2. How does pile 2's ancestors brag about pile 2? Okay, all right. let's see, 9 of Swords. So another 9. 3 of Pentacles or Sacred Circles. We have the World. Judgment. Prince of Staves. So that's Prince of Wands. 3 of Swords and 8 of Cups. Okay. So what are your ancestors bragging about right now? They're bragging about you leveling up, okay? They're bragging about you're choosing to leave things behind that no longer serve you. You're choosing to become stronger. You're choosing to become wiser. You're choosing to continue to seek more enlightenment, more direction. You're choosing to heal. You're choosing to love yourself. You're choosing to walk away from people and situations and anything that no longer serves you, whether it's a person, a situation, a job, a friend group, relationship, whatever it is. You are moving forward. You're looking ahead. You're leaving behind the things that no longer serve you, and you're moving forward. Now, this could also be like your sense of, like, it could be behaviors as well, or patterns or addictions and codependencies, things like that, stress, anxiety, fear, self-sabotage. Like, you're leaving those things behind and you're moving forward. They're bragging about that. They're bragging about how you've been going through stress, you've been going through anxiety, or you've been going through depression, or you've been going through things, whether it's been the situations that you've been through, or you've been in a dark night of the soul, or you've been in this place of like having to strip away things in order to build a new foundation. They're bragging about how you are continuing to be diligent, steadfast, disciplined, and determined to change your life. Let me go over the signs because I forgot to do that. And 3 could be prominent too because we have 3-3. So you could be seeing 33 or 333. But the signs, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Sagittarius. We have Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We also have Aries and Leo. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising. But they're bragging about how it's like you've been heartbroken, you've been betrayed, you've been lied to, you've been manipulated, you've been deceived, but you are choosing to see the higher perspective. You're choosing to shift your perspective around things. You're choosing to continue to work toward a better life, a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle. You're choosing the victory. You're choosing to face yourself, face your reality, face what's in front of you. Be grounded in your reality. Be grounded in your life journey. Be grounded in what is here and what is now. You're choosing to show how gifted you are, show how talented you are, show how you can overcome. Many of you, your ancestors are also pointing out, they're bragging about the fact that some of you are doing this by yourself. Like, you're not even calling in on help. Like, you know that you have help from your ancestors, from your angels, from your spirit guides, but you're not even calling it in for some of you. For some of you, you're just literally doing this by yourself. And although you, again, know that you have that love and support, you're choosing to do some of this by yourself because you feel like your soul needs this. You feel like your soul needs to expand on this level. Your soul needs to grow on this level. You need to learn certain things that you maybe once did not know, but you just have this mindset of, this is your journey and you're going to do some of these things by yourself. They're bragging about that. They're bragging how you have become a leader. You've become a leader in your own reality. You've taken now the driver's seat. You've taken the reins. You've taken, like, you're going to get in control of what is happening in your life, in your reality, and you are going to co-create something better. Because many of you have been going through things, and you do yearn to have a better life, or you yearn to have more satisfaction or more contentment in your life. And so the ancestors are bragging about that, and your ancestors are very proud of you, and they're feeling like, although you may not be able to see exactly where everything is going, or you don't see, you don't know exactly what's going to happen next, that you're still strong. You're still grounded in your energy. You're still facing what's ahead. You're not hiding from it. You're not, in another world, or not facing reality. Because some of you, I am getting this energy of, in the past, maybe you were a bit ungrounded and not always, maybe there was fear around reality or what was happening in your reality, and it was like an escapism type energy. And your ancestors are so proud of you for really being present, really being grounded, and really being authentic with yourself, facing your own truth, facing what is in your reality, and facing the things that you have control to change. And your ancestors are so proud of you, and they really admire you. They admire you for doing this work, because some of you, these are like closer in ancestors as well, meaning like this could be a grandmother that passed on, this could be a great grandmother, a great grandfather, closer in ancestors. And they're like proud of you for doing the work and having the courage to do the things that they couldn't do. They didn't feel like they had the strength to face their own reality, or they didn't have the energy, or it was just too tough for them. But they love the way that you are weathering the storm, and they're proud of you for being honest with yourself and doing this work and choosing to create a better reality for yourself. They're so proud of you, and they're honestly in awe of you, because they're like, wow, they recognize that they had some of the same problems, but they see the way you're handling it, and they see the way that you are tapping into your own knowledge and wisdom to deal with some of these things, and they're just in awe of you. Okay. And some of your ancestors are very serious, and they're very serious about you and your legacy and your reputation. They're serious about that, and they're serious about protecting that, protecting what is yours, protecting your legacy, protecting your abundance, your treasure, protecting your name. And they want you to know that you are protected and you are valued, and they're proud of you for doing the things that they couldn't do, and bringing your family and your lineage to a different place that they couldn't do. Now let's find out, what are the things that they love about you? What are the things that they admire about you? What are the things that they, highlight when they talk about you in the spiritual realm? Okay, ancestral brag for Pal 2. Let's find out. Okay, Pal 2. Okay. All right. So, I'm sorry about that. Okay. I am inspired by you because you have an unwavering spirit. I'm inspired by you because you make me want to do things I've never done before. I love that you always have my back. I am inspired by you because you take me to places I've never been. I am inspired by you because you take the path less traveled. I'm attracted to you because you are loyal and courageous. I'm attracted to you because you know how to have a good time. I'm attracted to you because we always have fun. Okay, let's get a couple more. I'm inspired by you because you don't buckle under pressure. I'm inspired by you because you are like the phoenix. Okay, so let's talk about this, Pal 2. Okay, this is great. Your ancestors, they love the fact that you know how to have a good time. Many of you, you have a very infectious energy here. People love to invite you to places. People love for you to come. People love for you to be there. People love to be around you. They love that. They highlight that. They talk about how people love to talk to Pal 2. People love to engage with Pal 2. People love to entertain and socialize with Pal 2. For some of you, this is just a side note. They want for you to be like, they want for you to have your own like parties or dinner parties or social gatherings. Like they want you to host these things. Like they want for you to like be a host, a hostess, have your own type of entertainment and social network or social gathering type thing going, okay? If you're resonating with that, your ancestors want that because from many generations ago, for some of you, especially if you're resonating with that, your ancestors were known as the like the tastemakers, like the people, like your ancestors were known for their social gatherings. They were known for their parties. They were known for entertaining and having like the best of the best, like the best food and the best drink and like the best people there. And like it was always a good time. They want that to be part of your legacy as well, if you're resonating with that, okay? They want that for you. I'm getting for some of you, there's been generations where that's been lost because of many different issues, but they want that to come back to the lineage and they want you to bring that back. For some of you, you're married or you will be, in a long-term committed relationship, and they want for you and your partner to do that together, to host these different parties or these different social gatherings, or for you to be known for like your social gatherings. Okay. That's just a side note. They love how you know how to have a good time. That's in your blood. Like some of you could be like, people know you to be the life of the party. Again, they love that. They love how people love to invite you to things, love to have you around, love to talk to you, love to, socialize with you, gather with you. For some of you, people invite you to things all the time and you decline, or you're just, you don't really want to be bothered. But they love how they love how people love to have you at these places, have you at these events, have you at these things, because for some of you, you're very popular. Okay. And they love that. They talk about how popular you are. They talk about even how you, again, it's like you don't even want to be bothered half the time, but people are still on you. Like, come to our party, come to our event, come to the social gathering. And they're like, how to, you guys be curving people, you decline, you're like, no, you don't want to be bothered. But they love that. They love how popular you are and how people love to have you around. They love how you're loyal. They talk about how courageous you are, how bold you are, how brave you are. It's not easy doing some of the things that you're doing. Some of you are literally rewriting the story for your lineage, for the next generation and the generations to come. And they know it's not easy, okay? And they're like, wow, look how Pal 2 is handling that. For some of you, again, you have ancestors maybe from like 2 generations ago that had some of the same things that you were dealing with. They had that same type of challenge or obstacle, but they chose to not really handle it, or they couldn't handle it, or they really couldn't do what you're doing. And they are just admiring you. Like, wow, look at Pal 2. Look how they're handling that. Look at the solution that came to them. Look how they tapped into their wisdom. Look how they decided to handle it this way and not that way. For some of you, it's like your ancestors make predictions. How's Pal 2 going to deal with the situation? Or, the ancestors, they make a bet. For some of you, your ancestors like to gamble here, okay? So they like to make a bet like, Pal 2 is going to handle that like this, or Pal 2 is going to react like this, or Pal 2, this is what they're going to do when this happens. And they bet to see who's going to win, like who's going to, because for some of you, your ancestors are very competitive and they love to gamble, okay? Like they love that. Like they love that gambling energy of like placing a bet and like who's going to win. Because for some of you, they're very competitive, and you may be very competitive too. So they love how you will go on that path that's less traveled, the least traveled path, the path of like the unknown, or off the beating path, or the path that everyone is not on. You do your own thing. You march to the beat of your own drum. You're not waiting for someone to tell you what to do. You're not asking for permission. You figure it out and you do it. And like I said, for some of you, you're doing it outside of what your ancestors are guiding you to do. Like, you're just kind of like, let me just kind of handle this and let's see how this all shakes out. Let's see how it rocks out. And, you're finding some success within that. And again, that's why they place those bets, because they're like, well, what is Pao-Tu going to do? You really surprised your ancestors with some of the things, how you react and how you handle situations. They are so proud of you. They also feel inspired by you because you are doing things that have never been done before. You are literally paving a new way. For some of you, you're tapping into a new business, you're tapping into new talents, new creative options, creative abilities, you're building new things. Like, you are taking the legacy the you're taking the legacy in a different direction, or you're making it your own, or you are just doing your own thing and it's working out so well for you. Say, for example, you have ancestors or you have a legacy of like educators. Like, many people in your family, they've been an educator, and education is very prominent within your lineage. Like, you're taking it a step further by opening a school, or you want to open a school, or you want to be a part of like the education system in a bigger way, a more expansive way. Like, it's something like that you're doing that they're so proud of. That's just one example, but they're so proud of you. They're so proud of you. They love how you are taking the family on a different journey, taking the lineage in a different direction. Some of you are literally exposing family members to a new life of luxury, a new life of wealth. You're encouraging people in the family to travel, for some of you, because, maybe you're a world traveler, so you're encouraging people in the family to travel. You're encouraging people to try new things, okay. So I ended up taking a break because the battery died, and then I ended up just taking a lunch break and then going to get my nails done. So I feel like with this pile, because I just pay attention to everything and I connect all the dots, I feel like with this pile, your ancestors brag about like when your battery dies, or like when you feel low on energy, or you just feel like you need a break or a change of pace. Like, you take time off of work, you take a vacation, you take some days off, like you march to the beat of your own drum. Like, your ancestors love how you take a break, or you just give yourself a vacation, or you treat yourself to something nice. Like, you do nice things for yourself. And so your ancestors, they really love that. And they love that you honor that within yourself. Again, many of you are doing things that have never been done before. Say, for example, like, you really do have great practices of self-care. You have routines around that. You have ancestors that they never were really able to do that, or, maybe their self-care routine, yours is elevated, something like that. So back to here. And, I'm looking at this card, and it looks like she's pregnant. So someone here could be expecting. Congratulations, if that's the case for you. But what I'm getting here is that your ancestors, they brag about how you just have this spirit, this infectious, contagious, and it's unwavering. You're grounded, you're rooted. You can't be shook. You can't be pushed into a direction that you don't want to be in. They brag about how you don't buckle under pressure. You handle situations, you weather the storm, you handle things very well. And again, they do take bets on like, how are you going to handle certain situations? And they feel like you don't fold, you don't buckle, you stand tall, you stand firm, grounded in the moments of pressure, and you handle things well, you handle things gracefully, or you are able to weather the storm. And then finally, they brag about how, with this, I always have your back. I feel like this is saying that like how loyal you are, but it's also like how you really do care and look out for like family, friends, a romantic partner. Maybe some of you have children. You really care and look out for people in need, maybe within your community, things like that. Like, you take care of people. You look out for them. You're loyal to people. You're loyal to people that you care about. you really do have that kind heart where, again, you show up and you look out for people, and they really do. They love that about you, and they brag about that. They brag about the fact that, like, anyone is blessed to know Pao-Tu, or people are blessed to call Pao-Tu a friend, or, people should be grateful that, they have Pao-Tu to call on. Like, these are the kind of things that they say. Now let's find out, what prayers are they answering for you right now? How are they helping you in your life? What do they need for you to know about, like, the prayers and blessings that they're answering for you right now or helping you out with? Pao-Tu, Pao-Tu, Pao-Tu. What prayers are the ancestors answering for Pao-Tu? Okay, split. Okay, so open your heart, Archangel Shamuel. So some of this too is archangels helping you or working with you as well. Unconditional love, the Divine Mother. Live your joy. Express your creativity. And leap of faith. Okay, so the ancestors are answering prayers for you. And this could be ancestors or just, spiritual energies within your spiritual team, like spirit guides, angels, archangels. They're helping you to open your heart. They're helping you to open yourself up to unconditional love. They're helping you to love yourself unconditionally, accept yourself unconditionally, and for you to be able to receive love. Because when you are really able to receive the love, you are now open to more abundance, more blessings. So they're helping to remove heart chakra blockages. And this wounding could have occurred in childhood, past relationships, past friendships, but they are healing your heart right now. Okay. And they're opening you up to unconditional love, and they're helping you to love yourself and accept yourself on a deeper level. They're helping to answer the prayer of bringing more joy into your life, into your physical reality. By them answering the prayer of bringing joy to your physical reality, again, that's that heart chakra healing. So that's helping you to feel more peace, more harmony, more balance, more tranquility on a day-to-day basis within your physical reality, where you feel safe, you feel loved, you feel protected, you feel appreciated, you feel cared for. They're answering the prayer of that. And for many of you, I do feel like this is a big transformation for you, because there's been, again, those storms, there's been inner chaos, there's been just situations where it was a lot going on, a lot of drama, a lot of things that you were having to deal with. So you're ready to receive more joy on a daily basis. They're also supporting your creativity. So they're helping to support you to feel more creative, to feel more solutions oriented, to feel more in tune with your intuition, more in tune with your sacral chakra. So they're healing your sacral chakra and your heart chakra, okay? Which sacral chakra is also dealing with receptivity. So they're helping to heal that. And so you can express your creativity, express it in a healthy way, express it in a joyful way, harmonious way, and have creative ideas and creative solutions to do different things and to step out of the box and, to bring more abundance to your life, because for some of you, they're gifting you with like a new idea or a new business idea or a new creative project or something like that. Or like they're aligning you with a new career opportunity to express more creativity or to show a different side of your creativity. So for some of you, this is really big. It's a huge aha moment, a huge like unlocking of a particular gift that you have within you that your ancestors are gifting you. And finally, with leap of faith, they're helping you to be brave. They're answering the prayer of you being able to take a leap of faith and for you to trust that although you don't know the outcome, that you're safe, you're protected, and things are aligning for your favor. Some of you may be presented with an opportunity or opportunities to take a leap of faith, where it's a big leap of faith. It's a big change. It could, really change your entire life. So they're supporting you with that divine confidence, that bravery, that boldness, and that level of trust and faith that you can just go for it and trust that, again, things are aligning in your favor. Okay, let's get your final messages. Final messages for pile 2. Okay, pile 2. Final messages, please. Okay. All right, we have magic stream, intention, metamorphosis, sad embrace, magic prayer. Okay, so we have magic here twice. We have magic prayer and magic stream. So for some of you, I feel that there's an intention that you set around something and you're birthing something new. This could be an idea, a project, a business. This could be like manifesting something. There's something, or birthing a new version of yourself. There's something new that is birthing from you. And I feel like, again, this is something you set intentions around. You've been nurturing it. You've been praying. You've been watering it. You know, you've been on it, making sure that you're doing the things that you can to make sure that this thing comes to fruition, but also is very abundant. And so what this is saying is this is in motion, this is in process. It is coming to you, and it's coming to you in divine timing. And I know we get tired of hearing that. However, what I'm getting for you is pile 2 is for you to continue to focus on yourself and unblocking your energy. For some of you, it may not be here yet like the way you want, because there could be blockages in your energetic field, meaning there's some sadness here that is still blocking you from aligning to whatever it is that you have intended, or, you know, for this thing to be finished, or, you know, whatever this is. There's some sadness, there's some energy around needing to forgive, needing to have some more acceptance. And I know some of you are like, oh, I've been doing that. I've been forgiving. I've been crying. I've been healing. And so, great job. Okay, I just want to say that. I'm so proud of you for doing the work. But there is still something here, and it could be a self-sabotaging energy, or it could be just holding on to this thing too tight and you're not trusting in the higher power, the universe. You're not trusting the process. I don't know. It's different for everyone here. But this is saying, let this thing continue to unfold. Okay? Let this thing continue to unravel, to evolve, to form into what it's supposed to be. And it's going to be very beautiful and magical and abundant. But either you need to, there's the focus that you need to focus on yourself right now and trust and let go, or just focus on continuing to unblock things in your energetic field and be very present and grounded in your energy. It was interesting. I see this butterfly here. I was just listening to this thing about butterflies, and they were talking about like so many butterflies die in the process of evolving and transforming into a butterfly, you know, as they go through their life cycle. They're in the cocoon, and they're in the chrysalis and the cocoon, and then they become the caterpillar. You know, they go through that whole process. But they were saying how a lot of butterflies die before they get to that final stage of being able to fly and be a butterfly. So whatever this is going through this process, okay? And there's something here about divine order and trusting that process. So just keep that in mind as you wait for this thing to unfold for you, and continue to focus again on the present moment and trust that everything is aligning in your favor and for the highest good for you and for all. So if no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. Love yourself. Honor yourself. Cherish yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. Continue to nurture yourself and take care of yourself. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pal 3. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love experience. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for loving yourself, and taking time to become more self aware and self enlightened. Okay. Thank you so much. My name is Nicole. Let's get into this. Dragon's Lair 19. Okay. So, how do your ancestors brag about you? Ancestral brag. Okay. So, you could be a life path 1, a life path 9, a life path 11. I'm also getting life path 2. You could also be born in January or September. You could also be a Capricorn, a Virgo, Aquarius, or a Libra, okay? But you don't have to be. But what this is saying with this Dragon's Lair, your ancestors brag about, like how well you are doing with, it's like I want to keep dropping the card. How well you are doing with protecting yourself right now. With this ice castle here, this is like reminding me of like boundaries, protection, protecting like your home, protecting your space. They brag about how well you are doing with that. How you, for some of you, it's also reminding me of like a higher vibration, like you're vibing high. Like they brag about you vibing high, having a higher vibration, having healthy boundaries, releasing codependency, releasing addictive behavior. They brag about like how you protect others, how you care for others, how you are helping, like how you're able to see from a higher perspective. But for some of you, you are helping to like enlighten others on different perspectives or different opinions, or to open themselves up to looking at a particular topic or subject from a different lens, a different vantage point. Okay. Um, they're also bragging about how, for some of you, how private you are. Like, this is like, you see how it's like you don't really know what's going on behind there, but you see that it can be pretty grand. For some of you, you have this mystery to you, or you're very private, or just people just don't really know a lot about you. And so they're bragging about how you're able to keep this level of mystery, this level of intrigue, this level of privacy. For some of you, you could be on a public platform, and they're bragging about how you're able to be private on a public platform. How, although people do know you, they don't know a lot about you, or you just have this level of mystery to you, and they're bragging about that. They think that this is like, for some of you, they're saying like super cool. Like they think it's so cool that you're able to have that and be on like a public platform. Let's find out some more. Let's get some more. This is pile 3. Okay, these just fell out. So pile 3, ancestral brag. How do your ancestors brag about you, pile 3? Pile 3. Pile 3. All right. Okay. 3 of sacred circles. So that's 3 of pentacles. 2 of sacred circles. 2 of pentacles. Queen of pentacles. Wow, a lot of earth energy. 8 of pentacles. 4 of pentacles. Wow. Ace of staves. So that's ace of wands. High priestess, excuse me, and justice. Okay, so let's talk about the signs. We have a lot of earth energy here. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we also have Libra, we have Pisces, and we also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, sun, moon, rising. So how do your ancestors brag about you? So number 1, they brag about how earthy and grounded you are. Some of you may love nature, or you love to be in nature. You love to spend time with Mother Earth. You love to be engaged with animals, with plants, with flowers, with, the the sounds of nature, the music of nature. You are a grounded individual. So your ancestors brag about how grounded you are. For some of you, they brag about like how much you enjoy earth or how much you enjoy your earthly experience, or they love seeing you enjoy earth. They love seeing you enjoy like the pleasures of earth, interacting with the animals, the plants, the soil, the ground. They love seeing you enjoy your time here on earth. So they brag about that as well. They brag about how passionate you are. They brag about like how many of you are very fiery and passionate, but it's very grounded. So it's kind of like this energy of your fire doesn't just burn out. You know, that fire continues to gain momentum, and it continues to that fire backs you up for like whatever it is that you try to ground or create. Like they love how you get very excited about a new idea or creative project, or whatever it is. And you have the stamina and the discipline and the determination and the energy to see it from beginning to the end. So they brag about that. They brag about how, because for some of you, they've given you like a creative idea, or they've given you like a spark about something, or, you know, they've given you like a career opportunity. And so they brag about how they've given you this gift. And it's like it may have started with just like a little something, right? Just like a little seed or something like that. And it just continues to grow and blossom. And you continue to water it and nurture it, and do whatever it takes to see it, you know, fully bloom and fully evolve. And so they brag about that. They brag about how you're patient through the process, because earth energy, that's a patient energy. You know, it's not, sometimes in like the tarot, that's like the slower moving, that can be considered a slower moving energy. Is something that is not like the fire energy that just happens overnight, or water, how it just flows and moves. Like earth is a bit more slower. So with all of these earth cards out, this is saying that you have patience. They brag about how patient you are. They brag about how you trust the process, or you are patient through the process. And not only are you patient through the process, like you enjoy the process. And this is not to say that you don't get tired. This is not to say you don't get weary. This is not to say you don't get stressed or feel a little like, can you keep going? But you do continue to keep going. You do continue to be diligent and steadfast, and still with whatever it is that you have, you know, in motion, in the works. So they brag about that, and they brag about how like you maintain your composure, or you do this in a way where it's like, if you are stressed, if you are tired, you really don't get rattled. You really come back into your energy and ground your energy, and just, again, you keep it going. They brag about how intuitive you are, how gifted you are spiritually, how in tune you are, how you listen. Many of you are very intuitive, or you're very psychically gifted here, and you follow your intuition. Even if it doesn't really make sense to you, you still follow it and you see it through. And you figure out how your intuition speaks to you. You figure out like what certain things mean. You pay attention to signs and synchronicities. You do research. You read about things. You meditate, or you have time to yourself. Maybe you take time into nature to hear what your inner voice is saying and the guidance that's available to you. They brag about how fair you are, how you are a fair and balanced individual. And again, this is not to say you don't have days where you get a little unbalanced, where you feel a little wobbly, you feel a little like not like yourself. But for the most part, you are a balanced individual, and you are fair, and you are equal. You're here for equity. You're here for equality. For some of you, you know, you help people to see situations from a different perspective, so that equality can come into the picture. They can, see how maybe the situation is unbalanced or it's not fair, or, maybe both sides, like let's just say it's a situation where two people are arguing. Maybe both people have valid points and both people can find some way to, mediate that situation. I'm getting for some of you, you could be a mediator. You could help people come to some type of resolution. You could help people find ways to balance those scales and to figure out how to move forward. They brag about that because they love that you really take time. For some of you, you take a lot of alone time. You have a lot of alone time with yourself or in nature, and you really do a lot of soul searching. And you are on this journey, you are on this quest of becoming your best version, of learning more about yourself and learning more about the universe and the earth and people. And they brag about that. They brag how you love to learn. They brag about how you love to nurture people. Queen of Pentacles here. Like for some of you, you take care of children, or you nurture children, or you nurture adults. You nurture the inner child in adults, or you just have this nurturing energy, this mothering energy. But it's very grounded, very earthy, and it's very beautiful. Let's find out some more. Your ancestors are really proud of you, and they're proud of like you standing in your truth and you really finding yourself. I really get this energy that many of you take the time to really dive into yourself, dive into your soul, dive into the messages of who you are and who you are meant to be. Now let's find out what else Ancestral brag for Pile 3. What do they love about Pile 3? What do they say that they love about Pile 3? What are some of the things that they're saying about Pile 3 in the spiritual realm? Let's find out. Pile 3, please. Okay, let's get a couple more. Okay, so I admire you because you are not afraid to light the way. I admire you because you have the perfect balance. I am inspired by you because you are a channel of divine energy. I admire you because you dance to your own drum. I am inspired by you because you always know when to take a time out. I love how silly you are. I'm inspired by you because you always have faith. I'm inspired by you because of your deep connection to the animal kingdom. And I'm attracted to you because when you feel it, you just feel it. Okay, I'm going to get one more. I'm just going to take one more off the top. I'm attracted to you because you see things that others do not. Okay, so your ancestors really love how you are very in tune with your energy, very in tune with your wisdom, your knowledge. You're very in tune with your intuition, your inner voice. We see here, you feel things. You just feel it, you know it. You see things that others do not. This is speaking about your clairvoyant abilities. This is speaking about your claircognizant abilities. This is just speaking about your intuition and your clair abilities, okay? They brag about that. For many of you, your lineage is very powerful with intuition, with spiritual knowledge, with the secrets of the universe, with, just that ancient knowledge, okay, that's hidden here on earth that we're unlocking, and, we're diving into ourselves so we can unlock it within us so more of that can come out for our collective. So your ancestors love that. They love how you tap into that. They brag about it. They brag about how not only are you very in tune with yourself and your intuition, but you're in tune with other people and their energies, animals, plants, the earth, but you trust it. It's one thing to tap into your intuition, and it's a totally different thing to trust it. Because the more we trust, the more our intuition becomes in sync and in flow, and it's just connected for us. But a lot of times we doubt ourselves, we doubt what we feel, we doubt what we hear, We doubt what we feel is our knowing because of whatever else going on, physical situations, physical reality, circumstances. But your ancestors are bragging about how you don't do that. You don't do that, Pal 3. You listen to yourself, you listen to your intuition, you listen to that guidance that's available, and you follow it, and you trust it. You have faith. They're inspired by your level of faith. They're like, wow, Pal 3 really trusts the higher power, trust the universe, trust. There's a lot of trust here. There's a lot of faith here. They are inspired by it and they admire it and they talk about it. For some of you, you have past and loved ones, ancestors here who they were challenged with their faith. It was difficult for them to really believe. And they look at you and they're like, wow, like they're so in awe of you and they admire you for having that level of faith and to be guided by the light. You are not afraid to light the way. They're bragging about how you're lighting the way. You're lighting the way for others. You're lighting the way for the lineage. You're lighting the way for the next generation, the next, I don't know how many generations. You are lighting the way. You're spreading a lot of light here on earth with the collective, but you're not afraid. You're not fearful. And although you may get fearful, you may get a little shaky, but you do it anyway. You face that fear with love, with light, and you go for it. They admire you because of your balance. Again, there's a lot here about you being balanced, about you being fair, about you fighting for equity and equality, about you. Not only are you a fair person and a balanced person, but you value that within your own life. Like you value balance, you value the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the light, the dark. Like you value elements of balance and duality, and you understand how it can't be hot without the cold. Like we have to have both. And your ancestors brag about that because they brag about the fact that like your consciousness is so expanded that you get it. Like where you are consciously, vibrationally, emotionally, within your soul, it takes people so long to get to this place, and you are living that now. Like they brag on you big time, Pal 3. I have to say, like, this is huge brag. Like this is like they're in awe of you. For some of you, this is like you have ancient ancestors here, and it's almost like your ancestors are taking, like your ancient ancestors are above your ancestors, and so it's like your ancestors are like watching you and taking notes, and your ancient ancestors are just beaming with pride because many of you are so expansive at this point where it's like when you work with ancestors, you're working with your ancient ancestors. Like you are that evolved where you're able to allow and accept help from the ancients, that ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, way, way back because you channel it. They brag about how you are a channel. You are a channel for divine energy. Some of you may have connections here to ancient Egypt, to Kemet here. You may feel very connected. You may have ancient ancestors from ancient Egypt here, okay? That's not for everyone, but that's for some of you. They brag about how you channel that energy. But you know what it is? They love how you're so ancient, but you're so grounded. Like, that's the balance. Like, you're so ancient. They brag about this. Like, Pal 3 is so ancient, so highly evolved, but yet so grounded and with the time and where you are in your journey this lifetime. Like you're bringing that energy to 2023. Like they love that. They love how you are fusing that energy here and now. I mean, they just love that so much about you, Pal 3. Honestly, they are really bragging about you. They love how silly you are. They love how you smile. They love it when you smile. It says here, happy girls are the prettiest. I mean, fit that for your gender. But when you are happy, you are so pretty, so handsome, so fine, so sexy. They love it. You light up the room. You light up others' lives. They love it. They love when you laugh. They love it when you're smiling. They love it when you're having a good time. They talk about how you take a time out, you take a break. They brag about how you don't just work all the time, that again, balance. You recognize that you're not here to work all the time, that you're here to enjoy life as well. You're here to enjoy your journey. You are here to travel. You are here to connect with family, friends, lovers. Like you're here to have that balance because many of you, I do feel like you're very dedicated to your work, your purpose, your career, your mission, but they brag about how you still take time for yourself. You take time for family, friends, loved ones, a lover, things like that. And you just do your own thing. Pile 3 is in Pile three's own zone, own lane, own world. You're not focused on other people. You're not focused on what other people are doing. You're focused on yourself and you're focused on what brings you fulfillment, what makes you happy. They brag about how you're connected with the animal kingdom. You have this deep love for animals. Some of you could be a vegan. Some of you could be an animal activist here. Or some of you, you just spread love to all things, all living things, animals, plants, humans. Like it's all one love for you. It's all connected. You get it in that way. And they just, oh my gosh, they just brag about you so much. You guys are really like, your ancestors are just so proud of you and they're really in awe of you. Now let's get some more messages. Okay, so let's find out what prayers are they answering for you right now. What are they helping you with? What are they supporting you with? What prayers are they answering for Pile 3 right now? Okay. All right, Pile 3. Okay. This has to come out too. Okay. Move your body. Healthy choices. The miracle of nature. Trust your vibes. Spiritual gifts, Archangel Raziel, and the miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jermiel. Okay, so, excuse me, and some of you may be really dealing with, some of you may really be dealing with like energetic clearing right now, chakra clearing, blockages being removed within your energetic field. I'm definitely getting that if you are already doing that healing work, that your ancestors or your spiritual team, angels, archangels, they're helping to assist you with that clearing. They're removing blockages and supporting you with that and really removing that stagnant energy, patterns, old things that just no longer serve you. So right now you are being gifted with more spiritual gifts. Your ancestors are gifting you with more, an Archangel Raziel, more talents, more abilities, more psychic abilities, more creative abilities, more, just more gifts that are really going to connect you with more of your purpose, more of your soul, more of yourself. This is more like psychic development, spiritual development. Ancient wisdom is unlocking more of that ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge, more things to assist you on your journey and your path and your mission and your purpose, okay? You're also being assisted and supported with forgiveness. Many of you are in the cycle of forgiveness, forgiving the past, forgiving the people from the past, accepting the past, radical acceptance and radical forgiveness here. So Archangel Jermiel is helping you understand that process of forgiveness and understanding that, not only is this about forgiveness, but it's about you forgiving yourself and you allowing yourself to accept that part of your journey, accept that situation, and accept what happened for you to continue to move forward. And so when you do that, I feel like for many of you, the more you've been forgiving here, the more gifts you are receiving, the more clarity, the more that energetic clearing, chakra clearing that you are receiving. The miracle of nature, they're giving you, there's something here being gifted to you by way of nature. This could be a vacation, traveling to somewhere new. For some of you, this is like assisting you. Like, say, for example, where you live is a place where it's a bit louder and busier and congested and there's a lot going on. And you want to live somewhere where it's nature is right outside of your door, or you're closer to nature, it's quieter, softer. It seems to be like an easier way of living for you. You want to be closer and more connected with nature. They're gifting you with that. Okay. Like I said, for some of you, this could be a trip, or this could be a vacation, or this could be just some time off for you to spend in nature, or reorganizing your schedule so you can have more time to yourself and more time in nature. But for some of you, this is like moving to a new place where nature is closer to you, or you're living in nature, okay? Living surrounded by trees, or surrounded by nature, or you have a big, beautiful yard, or it's just quieter and softer. Trust your vibes. They're gifting you with more higher levels of your intuition, higher levels of spiritual knowledge, higher levels of spiritual wisdom, and your clair abilities are getting stronger, and they're elevating it. The more you trust yourself to trust the energy, the more elevated you are becoming with your intuition. So you're really being upgraded with your intuition and your spiritual gifts. And again, for many of you, this is going to be very supportive for you, for your journey and your mission, and continuing to move forward with your path. They're gifting you with more energy, more energy to move your body, a healthier physical body. They're assisting you with eating healthier, with living a healthier lifestyle, with, maybe a new exercise routine. Say, for example, you want to get like a personal trainer. They may be gifting you with the money to be able to do that. Say, for example, you want to join a gym, a certain type of gym. They're going to gift you with the money to be able to do that. They're gifting you with things to take care of yourself, because they want you to take care. If we see here, this is like mind, body, soul. They want you to take care of your physical body. They want you to take care, to eat healthy. Say, for example, you want to start doing yoga. You want to go to yoga classes. They're going to give you money or whatever that is to go do those things. But they're gifting you with the ability to take care of your mind, body, and soul. And for you to continue to expand consciously, your soul can continue to expand, but at the same time, you're taking care of your physical body, you're taking care of your physical needs, your self-care is being taken care of, and I'm hearing easier way of living life, a more relaxed way of living life, tapping into just things being easier for you, because many of you, things have been difficult and challenging, and you are going to be given the gift of things being a lot easier for you. So again, say, for example, because I just got this example, this is for someone, your work schedule is going to change, where you're going to have time to go to a workout class or go to the gym, or you're going to have some extra energy to take care of yourself. Things like that. Like, you're going to be more motivated and have that energy or that time to take care of your needs. Okay. Let's get your final messages. Final messages for pile 3. This is great. And your ancestors are so proud of you. Pile 3. Pile 3, final messages. And okay, heal the ouch, deep freeze, mountain, rescue, field of dreams. Wow. Okay. So as you can see here, I feel like for many of you, we were just talking about that, especially with the answering of the prayers and what your ancestors are gifting you. Because you're doing the work, I do feel like for many of you, you being right here, right now, this is doing the work. Regardless of where you are with that on your journey, you are doing the work. So congratulations, you're doing an amazing job. But the more that you are healing within yourself, you are overcoming mountains of pain, of grief, of manipulation, lies, deception. You're overcoming so much. And your ancestors want for you to know that they are pulling you out. But this deep freeze here, this is like that. This is where we started from the beginning of the reading. Let me get that card. I started at the beginning of the reading with this, this kind of frozen energy. And, I was talking about like they're bragging about your boundaries and things like that. But I do see here for some of you, you've been in this winter energy. You've been frozen. You've been, healing. You've been really deep into your journey of introspection, again, healing, forgiving, self-enlightenment, things like that. So you're being rescued from that, and you're being rescued. You're entering now into the spring. After winter comes spring. And I do see for many of you, your spiritual team, your ancestors are guiding you to the waterfall. They're guiding you out of the mountain, out of all of the challenges and the obstacles. They're pulling you now into spring, into abundance, into blessings, into the field of dreams, where dreams are coming true, manifestations are grounding. Anything is possible. Anything has already been possible, but now you really believe it. Maybe before you didn't really believe it. Maybe before you were really challenged to really believe that, because there was a lot going on with your energy and a lot of healing that needed to happen. But now you're believing it. And not only are you believing it, you're flowing and you're trusting it. I see 444 here. Some of you could be seeing that, okay? That's more confirmation here. It's grounding, balance, peace, harmony, joy. All of these things are grounding. So you're being pulled out of this winter stagnant, sadness, all of that energy. You're being rescued and pulled into springtime. So when I'm recording this, we're coming into March now. And in the Northern Hemisphere, spring is coming, and probably it's like 3 weeks, spring will be here. But the Southern Hemisphere is going to be coming into fall, okay? But as the seasons change, whenever you watch this, because this is timeless, you're going to see a big shift, not only in your energy, but in your physical reality. I feel for some of you, you are already seeing this shift. You may be seeing this shift within your physical, it may be in your physical reality, but it may also be like in your inner world, like the way you feel every day. Your energy is getting better, it's getting stronger, and you're seeing little changes in your physical reality. But for some of you, when the season change, the next season that's going to change here, you may see a big shift within your physical reality, and it may feel like a big rescue, or feel like, a big miracle or something just coming through that, is pushing you into that abundance and blessings and spring energy that you deserve to be in. You have worked for this, and you deserve this, and it's happening, and your ancestors want for you to know it's on the way. So say thank you now, because it's on the way. So if no one told you they love you today, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up for yourself. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work. You're doing an amazing job. Love yourself, honor yourself, cherish yourself. Be kind to yourself, nurture yourself. Take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. Keep going. You got this. I love you. I'll see you next time.